Well, thank you all for joining me on this first inaugural series in experiencing your life. So this series is about really getting a kickstart to manifesting what you want, consciously want in your life. So welcome and come on the journey with us. So there's a few people live, but there'll be a lot of people listening to this on replay. So just a couple of pointers is I'll take you through format of this session is I'll take you through some information and then we'll do what I call a meditation, but it's really energy work. So it's direct energy work is directed specifically to boost and to correct things, move you along. So this first session, however, is really what I'm going to call the first aid session. So there'll be about 12 sessions in this, and it'll be once a week. And everybody's welcome to come along and join the replay. The armor, however, this is the first one to just really boost you, just really start stopping anything negative coming in, clearing it out, and allowing that positivity to bloom and shine within you. So we're all positive beings. We're just taught to be negative, but I'll get into that later. So, what's this armor about? And how do I use my energy work? So, whatever you listen to and hear, if it doesn't suit your soul, then discard it. There's nothing that you have to take on board energetically, mentally, physically, spiritually, or anything else. So just if it doesn't work for you, let it go. Having said that, this is foundational in order to move along for your individual personal journey to be positive and be aligned to what you're consciously after. Now, some of you might actually go, I don't consciously know what I want. However, it's not this. Okay, well, that's the place to start. Don't start by thinking about that you don't know what you want. Just know that you want something different to what you have now. Okay, so a couple of pointers here as well is what I'd like to just invite you to think about is energy is just energy. Electricity is not good or bad. If you stick your finger in a light socket, obviously something terrible might happen. However, it also powers the lights in your refrigerator and all of that sort of thing. So energy in itself is not good or bad. If you're angry or somebody's angry at you, that's energy you're expending or somebody else is expending. Anger, frustration, we can all just tag some of those negative ones, but even the joy and happiness is simply energy. So if you're angry or upset or confused, it's a whole heap of energy that you're expending that's not going into something positive for yourself. So what we're going to look at is just right now is looking at something that you're already expending, and we're just going to redirect it and push it into something positive for you. Right. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is, so I'll quickly take you into a meditative state, and at the end of this, I will just close off. If you're relaxed, you don't have to do anything else. The meeting will close you out. And okay, so just working with some of my technology here, which is not going too well. So what I want you to do is find a comfortable position, sit back and relax. And if you hear any noises, sounds either at your place or from my end, just simply acknowledge them and allow them to just pass through you. Sitting back and relaxing, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in And as you let it out, just wanting you to pay attention to your toes, what they're doing right now. On the next breath in, wiggle them and send any energy up through your calves to your knees. And as you release out, just feel that pulse of energy, just grounding into Mother Earth with the next breath in, just dragging that energy from Mother Earth up from your feet to your knees, to your thighs, to your pelvis. And on the out breath, just feel everything just wash down and away. So using some analogies as I talk, but feel free to add your own in to get the maximum experience for yourself. Next breath in, feel that energy coming up from Mother Earth through your toes, calves, knees, thighs, pelvis, swirling through your abdominal region, pulsing up to your diaphragm, and on the breath out, pushing it from using it with the diaphragm, pushing it down through your abdominals, pelvis, thighs, knees, calves, feet, toes wiggling into the earth. And just feel just really like your body's melting into the space that it's in. Next breath in, bringing it up through your toes, calves, knees, thighs, pelvis, abdominal, through your diaphragm, and now into your chest cavity, filling your lungs and heart. And on the breath out, just feeling it just push all the way out, down through your torso, into the ground. Breathing in again, pulling it all the way up, toes, calves, knees, thighs, pelvis, abdominals, diaphragm, chest cavity. Feel it pulse out to your arms and up into your head. And release. This time as you're breathing out, you can just feel it going from every pore in your body. Yes, there's an energy flow going down to the earth and dragging energy up from the earth, but also feeling it pulse out around you like you're the center of a sphere. And on the next breath in, we're going to simultaneously pull energy in from the earth and the source above you through your crown chakra, pulling in through your toes and crown, head and calves and knees, pulling down into your heart space, energy from source, and pulling up energy from the earth. And releasing it out through your heart space into the field around you. So just checking in is, if you're aware of the chakra system, just continue to breathe deeply and normally. But as you do, breathe with each breath in, feel that energy coming up from the earth, spinning in the pelvis, root chakra, abdominal, sacral chakra, diaphragm, heart space, voice box, third eye, and out through the top of your head, crown chakra. And as you're breathing in, feel it coming in through the crown chakra, third eye, voice box, heart chakra, diaphragm, abdominal, sacral, pelvis, root chakra, and out through your legs. And just notice and observe that rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet coming up your body and the other way as it pulses down your body. Notice those energy centers being activated and spinning. Notice for yourself as well as they pulse and spin through this conscious breath. Notice perhaps that you're getting goosebumps across your skin. Feel the goosebumps pulsing across your skin with each breath you take in, and with each breath you pulse out. Now, a lot of you have probably worked with the chakra system before, and this is nothing new. And outside of this, you can go and do yoga or anything like that, actively observing your chakra system. But what we're doing right now is we're activating the biofield. So a fully active chakra system activates your biofield, which is your piezoelectric system. And that helps form a guard or a shield around your etheric bodies. It's an energy like a magnet. And not only does that magnet attract positivity, but it excludes and repulses negativity. So continuing to breathe deeply and regularly, keeping your attention in the heart space, which is the primary chakra, to key your shield and armor too. So as you breathe out, just extend the shield being created by your heart space, the magnetic pulse of your heart, the magnetic pulse, the duality caused by the duality of energy coming simultaneously up from the earth and down from source. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and push your shield further out. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is imagine and pretend. And we do this a lot in everyday life through watching movies. We suspend our disbelief in order to enjoy the show, the fiction. So what I'm asking you to do is to also suspend this fiction of what you perceive to be reality in this life, in your life, and take a journey with me. So with your shield in space, in place, we're going to go in space. Oh, faux pas there. Okay, see what's forming around the outside of your shield is a beautiful golden sphere forming around your shield. And as it forms around your shield, you can feel that warmth and love deep from source, the purity of source forming around your bubble, your space, your shield. And why can it do that? Because you are a part of source. You are a spark of divinity, and source is welcoming you back. Your bubble and the bubble from source are simply mechanisms through which you can perceive it from this reality. So imagine and pretend that you're sitting in the middle of a sphere. You're very comfortable. You may be on a chair. You may be standing. You may be sitting cross-legged in the traditional meditation pose. Look around you. out 1 meter or 2 meters from yourself is your shield, shimmering with white rainbow purity light. And outside of that, see the golden energy of source just sparkling and glinting. You can see nothing else. You can feel nothing else. And yet, you know there is movement. You know you are moving from where you are physically located up through time and space, or down through time and space. There is no up or down, but know that you are moving fully towards source. And we're moving back to what we may perceive as humans as the beginning of time and space. And yet know that there is no beginning of something that always is. Now imagine or pretend your bubble vehicle comes to a gentle stop. At the furthest point it can go with you at this time into the depths of source. This is further than you have ever been before, and this is the limit at which you can retain your individuality and still perceive the immense immortality of source. As you do this and feel comfortable, feel your own shield pushing all the way out and merging completely with source. So you're standing on a flat plane, a flat golden plane sparkling with golden sparkles in the air. And if you move your hand, you can just see the movement of energy and consciousness around you. And it is at this point where there is all possibilities of realities, of physicality, of time, space, that we will create, or you, specifically you, will create the life that you consciously desire. And this commencement of this, while you may not know what it is, there's 2 or 3 life experiences that are most important to you to experience at this time. You don't have to know what they are right now. Just know that they are there and allow them to come to you in whatever form they take in this space of infinite possibilities and infinite space. They may come to you as a ball. I see some people have been coming to them as things that look like butterflies made up of golden source consciousness energy. I see some people have got them sort of balls rolling up towards their feet. However it works for you. Imagine them there. You can have more than 3. You don't have to have 3, but you have at least 1. And there will be others coming. Every time you come to this space, every time you do this meditation, you will get more, you'll get new ones. Does not matter. What matters now is that you have at least one with you. Now, understanding or knowing, we're creating or suspending our disbelief from reality. We are sitting in the space of source where there's infinite possibilities, and your imagination, intuition, and empathy is 100% clear, clean, and active. With this clarity, wave your hand, see source dancing around like fog on a cool winter's day. See it start to form around you. This isn't your auric field. This is an armor shield to keep safe and to keep clear and to keep pure, to reflect and repulse the coding of this reality, however you like to envisage it. See it building around you. For some of you, I'm seeing it's looking sort of like a, I don't know, if bees, that honeycomb structure in a sphere sort of around you. I can see some people have it building like a Merkaba, which is two triangles pushed together. However you build the shield for yourself, know too that it is infinitely connected to source and will continue to build and rebuild as you morph and change on your journey in this reality. So in this space, you're a clear and pure, immortal soul. Look back through time and space to yourself where you are now, through the lens of source, and see all of that coding, that density that has been necessary in order to create a physical life that exists in a place called time. But just imagine and pretend that from source, you can, say, use your two fingers and expand the body that you're in and keep expanding it out until it's a wire frame of a human, the skeletal structure with the wire framing of all the muscles and everything through it. You would have seen something like this on numerous TV documentaries or movies. Just watch as that expands out. And notice and perceive with observation that there's muck and dirt, there's gunk, there's all this density that's just really not something that the source you has. So allow that to expand out, knowing that you have a shield on you now as an immortal divine being. It's going to start extracting all of that dross, all of that gunk, all of that pus and shit and mud and gunk that's been gathered over lifetimes as a dense physical avatar, that's been gathered from the density and the programming of this reality in this life that you've led. Just notice and see. Now, this will work over the next couple of weeks and just continue to clear up. And every time you come back here, just observe, expand it out, dig down, but also trust and know that your shield, your divinity, will continue to extract everything that's no longer useful for you and that's hindering you. Not only will it extract, it'll repulse like a magnet. Two north magnets keep repulsing each other. That's what's going to happen. All that dross will go. Taking a deep breath, looking around at the shield that you have built, seeing source shield drop over that, and seeing that connect in to the web and construction that is being built in this physical reality to keep the direct flow of source available to you when you're not in the space of being able to connect consciously yourself. Breathe into your shield, feel it, know it, sense it. Feel the safety, the wonder of the information that's coming through to you. If you imagine yourself, for example, being in the middle of I don't know, we've seen a few of them in lots of movies where people step into a robot that has, arms and legs and can do stuff. There's a few in the movie Avatar, for those who've seen that movie. That you can move around, you can direct this avatar, you can direct this robot, you can direct this body, but also too, knowing and feeling and sensing, intuiting all of the information from source. And look down into your hands at source and see that 1, 2, 3 or more key life experiences that you consciously wish to experience, and see them in your hand. And notice and become aware of a movement that you are now moving back through time and space and infinity, becoming denser and denser and denser as your consciousness solidifies into time and space where you are right now. Feel yourself settle into your avatar. Feel yourself knowing your shield is in place. Sense it, poke it. With the next breath in, feel out to it. See how it's now this shimmering. If you look at just the right angle, you can see this shimmering rainbow color, dragging in the energy of the sun, which is also rainbow light or pure light for humans in this reality. And feel, I don't know, maybe some aches and pains through your back. Just feel them just starting to ease up or break up and shuffle out as they're being magnetized and gently removed from your physical avatar if they need to physically exit. doing a scan of your body with me. Just going to scan the toes, wiggle the toes, ankles, calves, scanning your knees, scanning your thighs and pelvis area, abdominals, all of the organs and crystals within the body and the abdomen. Through the diaphragm into the chest cavity, looking at the lungs and the heart and all the other organs. Out to the arms, wiggle your fingers, bring your attention to your head, the center of your head, to the pineal gland. Feel it light up. Feel it almost crack with all that density of calcification. I can see quite a few of you have that working, the pineal gland. However, there's a few that while it's working, it's almost like it's all enclosed in crystals apart from one little bit. So you've got almost vision through the pineal gland or the third eye, which is specifically directed, so you won't see things if you're not looking at them. But just allow that crystalline structure to release. It'll release gently. And one last thing that's coming in right now is, okay, so divine source is coming in through the Binda chakra, which is a chakra on the back of your head. If we're an animal, that would be the top of our head, our crown chakra, because we'd be walking on 4 legs. Sorry, an animal, as in a mammal. And in through there is coming this beautiful liquid. I won't call it honey because it's golden, but it's almost that viscosity. And as it drips in through the Binda chakra, not only does it stimulate all of your chakras, it's pulsing down the spinal column, pulsing out to all of the organs, and pulsing out to the muscles, the lymphatic system. Now this Binda chakra, the energy direct from source, is what your avatar will start using to rebuild any physicality that's required, so it meets the divine spark creation human. So just having some final deep breaths, centering yourself, coming back into awareness of this conscious space. And if you're still relaxed and want to keep relaxing, you can do that. Otherwise, for the rest of you who are listening, make sure you drink some water, or as much water as you can. Good idea I'm finding now is to have some pen and paper for you when you listen to this replay, and indulge in a little bit of automatic writing. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll catch you again next week.